So in this video, we're going to talk about why so many people struggle to build wealth, right? And we all understand that there's a lot of, economic factors or psychological factors that make it difficult for a lot of people to build wealth. But I really don't want to even touch upon that, because we know that there's a variety of different reasons, but there are people that still find a way to do that. And I think they said that 80% of millionaires are self-made, meaning they didn't get inherited money, or they didn't win the lottery or anything. They built themselves up. And these are the type of people that I want to talk about, because if you look at these successful people, what we tend to do is we see the end result, right? We see the wealth, we see the nice cars, we see the houses, we see the luxury, we just see the success, but we never see the process that it took to build to get there, right? The long nights, the stresses, the training, the studying, not hanging out with friends, right? The sacrifice and the discipline. We never see that. We just see the end result and everything that they've accomplished. And in some sense, there's people that say, oh, maybe they were lucky, or maybe they were given that money, but you never see the process it took to get to that level of success. And those are the type of people I want to talk about. And the question is, all right, so why do so many people struggle, right? Or why do you see these successful people, and what did it take to get there? Because one thing people need to understand is that building wealth is a process, right? Like I said, people tend to see the end result, but they never see the process. And when it comes to building wealth, you need to understand it is a process. And in order to succeed, you must fail a lot, right? And if you ask any successful person that's been through it, that's reached the pinnacle of success, they'll tell you that they failed a lot. The success that they have now isn't something that just happened overnight. And yes, we do know there's a lot of overnight successes, but for most people, it was a process to get to that point. And you need to understand that if you're going to succeed, you're going to fail a lot. And I come at it from a business mindset, right? Especially when it comes to business, you're going to try a lot of businesses, you're going to fail at a lot of businesses, but all it takes is that one business to really change your life. And this doesn't just go for business. It's like it comes at any aspect of your life, right? Whether you're trying to get a promotion at your job, or you're trying to build wealth in any factor of life that you're doing, like, you're going to fail a lot, and you need to understand that. And another thing you need to understand is that, no one can take this journey. When it comes to building wealth, no one can take this journey but you. Right? This is your journey. And I always look at it like this, right? Because your road, it doesn't matter how much advice that you get, right? Whether it's from a millionaire or people that are more successful than you, you're gonna have to go that path, and each person's path is different. So let me put it this way, right? I wish I had a board to illustrate this. So this is you, and this is success, right? Everybody's trying to get to success. Okay. And, some people, their path to success is, it goes from here to there, right? Straight shoot success. Some people's path to success is this way. Some people's path to success is that way. Some people go from here, eventually get here, right? So everybody's path to success is going to be a little bit different. And like I said, when it comes to success, whatever success means, whatever wealth means to you. Okay, because some people, for a lot of people, wealth is being a billionaire, becoming a millionaire, or maybe it's being able to just cover their expenses, or having to work without having to work a 9-to-5 job. Whatever wealth means to you, that's what we're talking about, right? And understand that everybody's path to this point is going to be different, and it's going to be a path that you have to take on yourself. Now, there's going to be people that you meet along the way that's going to help you build that wealth, but understand it's a path that you have to take. And everybody's path to that point is going to be different. No matter how much advice that I get, you could talk to a millionaire, and I'm not a millionaire, so man, I'm just some dude on YouTube just as working towards that goal of millions. But whoever advice you're taking from that you respect and you trust, understand that it doesn't matter how much advice they give you, understand that their path is going to be different, and it's going to be different than yours, right? They can tell you everything that they've been through, but the path that you go to, that you take in order to build wealth, is going to be different. And understand that you have to decide which path you're going to take, right? Like for me, I look at it as there's two different paths. You either go the job route or the entrepreneurial route. Now, there's different routes where you maybe get inheritance or win the lotto, but we're not talking about that, right? There's usually two routes that you take. The job route, where you become an engineer. You can make sure you get a high-paying job, a project manager, a physician, doctor, whatever it is, lawyer, whatever high-paying job that's going to make you a lot of money. That's going to help you build wealth faster. Or you can go the entrepreneurial route, where you're obviously starting businesses, become an investor, owner, whatever it is. And understand that these two two different paths have a different formula, right? A mathematical formula, in terms of how you accumulate that wealth. Because obviously, with a job, that it depends on how much money, obviously, what your salary is, and of course, obviously, you want to make the higher paying job. But obviously, with an entrepreneur, you can increase your income exponentially. So that's the path I would recommend for a lot of people. But I understand not everybody is interested in going the entrepreneur route. So if you're going to go the job route, obviously, you want to make sure it's a good paying job, all right? And the thing is, you need to understand is like how quickly like you attain wealth will be dependent on your ability to execute your plan, right? And like I said, if you have a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, your ability to build that wealth is going to depend solely on like how you're able to execute that plan. If you're someone that's going to procrastinate and just say, you're going to get to things, then it's going to take you a little bit longer to build that wealth. But if you're someone that says, okay, I have a 5, 10, 15-year plan, then you make sure that you take the steps in order to execute that plan, right? And how quickly you get there, depending on how your ability to execute your plan, whatever plan that you created for yourself. And also understand that there's going to be taxes that need to be paid in order to build wealth. And when I say taxes, I mean obstacles. Okay, because this path to wealth is not easy, right? This is not something that you go on this path and there's just nothing's going to be in your way. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of obstacles in your way, and paying this tax is necessary because it weeds out those that aren't willing to actually go through that grind, right? And some people, like in business, right? Some people start a business, and if you're someone that hasn't started a business, just understand, if you plan on starting a business, more than likely that first business will fail. Right, it's almost a guarantee, and that's the tax that you have to pay. But don't get discouraged, because this is something we all go through, right? It's a learning experience, right? You're going to fail. You're going to learn from that. You're going to learn from that failure, and then you're going to take what you've learned and continue building forward, right? And that's the purpose, right? Each failure is a learning experience, and don't look at and technically you only fail if you quit, if you give up. Okay, and for a lot of people, this weeds people out, because some people take that first step and they fail, and then they just done. Like, all right, you know what, this is too hard. I don't want to go through this. It's too much. I'm done. And you know what, your tax is paid and you're out. And that's the thing. You have to pay this tax because there's going to be a lot of failure, right? And it's necessary. It builds a lot of character. It does a lot of things. And also, don't think that you can delegate this hard work to someone else, right? Like I said, you're going to have to go through this process yourself. You're going to have to pay these taxes, and you're going to have to go through the process. And it's important, because the thing is, like, this process that you're building, it helps build what? Wisdom, right? It builds wisdom. It builds personal growth. It builds strength, and then ultimately it builds results. And these are the things eventually that you want. And it's important to go through these things, and that's why it's so difficult to build wealth, right? Because if it was easy, then everyone would do it. Okay, and these are the things that you. In order to understand that if you're looking to build wealth, it's a long process, right? Don't just look at it as an event. And a lot of people cheat, and that's a reason why a lot of people struggle, because they just want the end result. So they'll find get rich quick schemes. They'll find ways to take that shortcut in order to build wealth. And there's no shortcut to wealth, right? We all understand that. Like, it is a process. It's a learning experience. There's a learning curve to do this, and you have to go through the failures in order to build that wealth. And for a lot of people, they don't want to do it. So like I said, they'll find shortcuts. They'll find ways to get around it, and there's just no way around it. You have to go through it. You have to pay that tax. You have to go through these obstacles, and you have to find a way to overcome them. And that's why for a lot of people, when you eventually reach that end result, it's such a gratifying feeling, because you worked so hard to get there. And when people share their stories of how they get there, you can see the emotion that comes from them when they say, you know what, I've been through a lot in order to get here, and it's a gratifying feeling. And I'm pretty sure they would do it all over again, because it's worth it. And it brings an understanding of like how much hard work, how important hard work and dedication is to being successful. So those are my thoughts on it. I think that's a big reason why a lot of people struggle when it comes to building wealth. Like, I'm going through it now. Like, there's just so many obstacles that you go that you go through, and then you have to figure it out. You have to learn and overcome these obstacles. And it's solving problems, right? And yeah, so these are my thoughts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so you guys take care. Have a good one. Later.